Hi guys, it's Pamela Naturals and I am back with another video. Today I would like to share with you 5 methods that I use to maintain my twist outs. As you can see, this is my old twist out. It's about a week old and I've been able to preserve the curl because I practice these 5 things that I'm going to share with you today. Now in this video I'll be sharing you ways that you can maintain the twist out without having to retwist your hair, which comes in handy for me, and I think it's a good thing because you're not manipulating your hair too often and you can kind of not really forget about it, but it's less of a pain, so to speak. So let's get on with the video. Number 1, wear your satin bonnet or your satin scarf to bed. A lot of people underestimate the importance of doing this. You see, cotton material sucks moisture out of your hair and it's much rough on your hair than satin is. So when you wear your satin scarf to bed, moisture in your hair is kind of preserved and also frizz is reduced with the satin scarf on or bonnet to bed. So do wear your satin bonnet to bed. Number 2, keep your hands out of your hair. I know it feels good to be constantly, touching your hair and feeling your hair and checking your length every 2 minutes, but that is not a good idea. Why, you may ask? Number 1, it promotes tangles. You don't want your hair tangled up. The more you are in your hair all the time, the more it sucks you suck the moisture out of your hair because the oils will remain on your hands instead of staying in your hair. And also dryness, because you're constantly in your hair, it's going to eventually become dry because you're taking the products that you've just put in your hair out of your hair. Constantly being in your hair, touching your hair, decreases the definition of your twist out. You want to preserve a curl, stop touching your hair all over the place so that you can actually preserve that curl. Number 3, do not wet your hair after a twist out. Water is going to loosen the curl that you've just made in your hair. That's number 1. And also, putting water in your hair might remove some of the product that you use to twist your hair up, holding your curl and making your curl be defined. So if you wet your hair, you might disturb the curl and that is going to mean you need to retwist your hair. Number 4, keep your hair in a high puff, what they call a high puff or a pineapple puff, where you kind of hold your hair up like this when you go to bed. This preserves all your curls because they'll be up here and you can sleep, twist and turn and your curl will stay intact. I use that method. It's actually my absolute favorite because it just keeps the curls where they need to be. So you can do that if you'd like to preserve your twist outs. My last tip is that you keep your hair moisturized. Now, do not get me wrong. I say do not wet your hair, but you can moisturize your hair. Spritz some water in your hair, not enough to make it revert or to make your curl loosen, but just enough to moisturize your hair and to keep it soft and moist. So just a little bit of moisture and seal in your ends. That kind of helps your natural hair to curl in a way. Not too much of water, but just a little bit. I hope that point was clear. Okay, so that's all I had for you today. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, be sure to leave a comment below and I will be happy to answer your questions. Until next time, it's Pamela Naturals. See ya.